Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and today I'm going to be having a look at a, German Whispers and Renban, tiny bit of sort of Kropke-like stuff as well, puzzle by James Kopp, who has sent us a number of puzzles in the past. I think we've been solving James Kopp puzzles for well over 2 years, every now and then, and here he is again. So we'll have a look at that in a moment. Now, the first of the month is the day when we release our Patreon reward. So we have released Alice in Sudoku Land by the Paint by Numbers Institute, a triumvirate of Panthera, Monty Knox and the Asylum. Brilliant Japanese sum Sudoku style puzzles. You have to do 3 of them, any 3, your choice, to get to the level required to be in the prize draw come the 20th of the month. Or if you can do all 12 by the 10th, then you can get a shout out on the channel. And very well done if you can do that. We've made it a little stiffer in terms of the time this month because we think a lot of people are going to get through the 12 puzzles. We think they are a little bit more manageable than all of the last 4 months Patreon rewards, but we might be wrong. Do check it out. We'd love you to join us on Patreon if you haven't already. We thank you so much if you already have. Our supporters are wonderful and we are very grateful. And that is on Patreon, so along with all the other content that's there, but there are many other links under the video. You can check out all of our apps, including our gas app, which is out, genuinely approachable Sudoku, very well worth a go, and all of the merchandise, Sven's Sudoku pad, the Discord server, the catalogue of all our videos, etc, etc. But the first link under the video in the description field is to this puzzle, Read Between the Lines by James. So I suppose we can see a couple of lines, and are we reading sort of book pages between them maybe? I don't know, it could be that. But let's have a look at what the rules are. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So we're going to be putting 1 to 9, if we can, in every row, column and box of the grid. Neighbouring digits along green lines, these are German whisper lines, have a difference of at least 5. So that pair that are next to each other could be either 1 and 9, the difference is 8 there, or 1 and 6, where the difference is 5, but they couldn't be 3 and 7, which only have a difference of 4. Along a purple line, you have a set of consecutive numbers in any order with no repeats. So this might go 4, 5, 3, 6, for instance. That might be that is a set of consecutive digits that might appear on the purple Renban line. Cells joined by black dots in this puzzle don't have a 1 to 2 ratio. They have a 1 to 4 ratio. And James has helpfully put the number 4 in the black dot so we can tell that. So that might, for instance, be 1 and 4. So those are the rules. That's all we get. No numbers in the grid apart from those little 4s. Do give it a try on the first link under the video. I am going to start now. I'm going to restart my clock. Let's get cracking. And how do we get cracking on this? I don't know. Okay, I'd normally start marking up German whisper lines, but they're all a bit discrete and separate. So what I'm going to do is to mark up 4 dots. Right, what pairs can go on a black 4 dot? It's either 1 and 4 or 2 and 8. I think you can very quickly analyse that there are no other pairs that can be involved. There's no overlap within those pairs as well. So, okay, first thing, I'm just going to do 1, 2, 4 and 8 as the candidates for those cells. And that's interesting. That reveals a 1, 2, 4, 8 quadruple R. So the others in column 4 are 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. And oh no, I thought for some reason I was thinking of these cells on the green lines like Kropke dots. They couldn't be 5, 7 or 9. That's nonsense. They can be. They can't be 5. Okay, so this leads us into the 3 things that we like to mention about German whisper lines that we know. So one is that you can't put a 5 on a German whisper line, because if you had a 5, what would its neighbour be? There is no Sudoku digit that allows the difference to be 5 or more. So you can't put a 5 on a green line in this puzzle. And 6 and 4 are quite constrained as well. If you were to put a 6 here, think about what digit can be next to a 6 on a whisper line. And the answer is only one of them, and that's a 1. So 1 would have to be the neighbour on both sides of this 6, and then those 1s would clash. So you can't put a 6 or a 4 anywhere where the neighbours can see each other, as it were. Which I think applies to all the corners of these boxes. So that can't be a 6, and that can't be a 6. It doesn't apply to most of the I don't know how to describe these, the line segments that are straight. Because you could put a 6 here and have 1 either side, or even here and have 1 either side. So the same applies to 4s anyway. So in fact that can be a 4 with 9 on both sides. This one can't be a 4 because 9 on both sides would see each other. So that can't be a 4 and that can't be a 1. Now, how has this helped? Well, if this was low, it would be a 3. And that would be high and would be an 8. Right, let's just do some colouring. Purple for... Yeah, this is the third thing. Sorry, I was going to get to this. This is the third thing we know about German whisper lines, is they alternate between high and low digits. And by that I mean digits above 5 and digits below 5, because 5 can never be on the line. To maintain the difference of 5, you're going to have to always have high, then low, then high, then low, then high, then low. These lines are 6 cells long, so that alternation is not troubled in any way. So purple on this line either represents high digits or low digits, and green the other. And this pattern is going to repeat. So if that was a 3, that would be an 8. This would be a 9. That would be low, and that looks like it works. That would be a 2 if that was an 8. I'm just working out, actually, just before I start colouring the other lines, and I might do that. That is a 1, 2, 4, 8 set. Because if that's 1, 4, that digit is not 1 or 4, and this is then a 2, 8 pair. If that's 2, 8, this is a 1, 4 pair for the same reason. So that is like a set of 1, 2, 4, 8. And in fact, that digit is the same as that digit, because that's a set of 1, 2, 4, 8, just as that is. And the only outstanding member of those two sets is this digit. So those two are the same as well. I'm colouring this purple because it's got to be in the same, well, it's the same digit as this, so it must be. It doesn't really help. Now, what I was going to do is colour this in a similar way but in different colours. Let's make this blue and yellow. Let's make this one, I don't know, I'm going to run out of colours. Dark green versus red, and then this could be orange versus grey, say. And the trouble is, I don't know for each book page, as I'm calling them, I don't know which of the colours is high and which is low. And I was hoping that if I did this, I would come up with some sequence of 5 colours that all couldn't be in the same polarity, the same height or lowness. So it's difficult, you know, if purple is the same as yellow, then this that I've highlighted is all 4. If yellow is the same as green, then that's all 4 high digits or all 4 low digits. I don't know, there must be some sort of relationship going on, but I don't know what it is. Now, I worked out what was going on if this was low, and it seemed to work. If this is high, well then this is also high. So one of purple and green is high, and therefore one of purple and green is 8. That's quite interesting. One of those two is 8, and that means neither of these two, which are in the set of 1, 2, 4, 8, neither of those two can be 8. And that, which is the same as that, because this pair is the same as that pair, that also can't be 8. Now that is confusing pencil marking. Now, if you can't have 8 there, you can't have 2 here, and the same is true here and here. And does that do anything? Can that be a 4? Both of these would be 9. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. Now what about... these 3 are all in the same box, the 3 yellows. But that one can still be 6 or 4. Oh yes, this is important. Oh, is it? Blue is different from yellow, isn't it? So I'm looking at this cell. It doesn't have to be different colour-wise from blue, because if this is a 1-4 pair, it's also blue. But if it's 2-8, then this is yellow. Right. If yellow is low, then this is 8. Then blue is high. This is 8. And that is a 2. That doesn't work. Right. Yes, this is right. Okay, imagine yellow is low. Okay, this is because box 1 is a special case, I think. Because the 3 colour, or yellow is a special case, because all 3 are in the same box. Which doesn't happen for purple, green, blue, red, dark green, grey or orange. That's weird. Okay, yellow is the special case. If yellow was low, look what happens. I'll sketch it in. That becomes an 8. That becomes a 2 on this 4 dot. Where does 4 go in these low yellows? It can't go there because its neighbours would see each other. It can't go there for the same reason. It must go here, but now you've got 4 next to 8, and that is not allowed. So yellow is not low. Yellow is high. Blue is low. So this is 1 or 2. That is 4 or 8. I think we know which it is. Let me just try and work. Oh, this is low. This is a 3. That's important. Right, 3 is next to 8 and 9. That is now seeing an 8-9 pair in the box, and that is a 4. So we do know which it is. It's a 1. This digit, which is also low, sees 1, 3, and 4. So that's a 2. That makes this a 7 on the whisper. And look, we've got digits all over the place now. But have we actually... Yes, look. Purple can't be high because this digit can't be 7 or 6. If 8 and 9 are used up there, this would have to be 8 again. Right, purple is low. And therefore we turn it blue. And in fact, we got blue to be low here. Blue is the digit I like to be low. So we'll make yellow orange. Those oranges will make yellow. We'll use yellow down there. Now we've got blue here and orange for the high. And that one is an 8. This one isn't. Oh, it's also not a 1. That's a 4. That's very helpful. 4 has to sit next to 9s. This is a 1 on the 4 thing. Oops. On the 4 dot. And that's a 2. This is 4. That's a 1. Oh, and look. 2 has to come off this one. So we've actually established what the digits on all the black 4 dots are. We don't know the order there, though. No, it's not 1, 8. I've got that pair wrong. It's 1, 4. It's not 2, 8. Okay, that's fine. 7, 2, 4, 8, 9. So 3 is in one of those cells. 1 is in one of those 2. And then 5 and 6 are the other 2 cells in box 1. Now, these touch 8. So they can't be 4. Oh, look, this one sees 1, 2, and 4, and it's low. This one sees 1 and 4. So these numbers can't be 9 or 3. Ooh, what about the Renban? Oh, I was going to say it can't have 3 on it, but that's a palpable lie. It could have a 3 there. Right, let's look at green and red. 2, 3, 1 and 4 are now placed in this row. So red can't be low. Red is high. High is orange. Dark green is blue. You know dark green is blue. Well, you do in today's video on cracking the cryptic anyway. So do we know what they are? This is high. These are low. 1, 2 or 4. But that can't be a 4 because its neighbours see each other. This can't be 1 or 4, so it's 2 or 3. This one can't be 4. 2 or 3 there means these are from 7, 8 or 9. They can't be 6. This one sees a 9 and an 8, so that is 6 or 7. And this can't be 3 now. Yeah, that's right. Now, could either of these be 4 if yellow was low? Yes, that one could. Well, if yellow's low, those lows make up the remaining blues in the column, and then these make up the remaining oranges in this column. So that looks the unlikely way to be. But 6 could be there or there. And oh no, look, I've got a 1 looking at that cell. So that's 2, that's 7. These aren't 7. They're both, and there's a 9 looking at that one. I'm really not doing the Sudoku today yet. That's become a 3 because it's seeing a 2. This doesn't resolve as a result of that. Now, these would be 1 and 4 if they were low. 4 would take 9s in the grey cells. That all looks possible. Oh, well, okay, what can this cell be? It can't be 2, 3 or 4. If it's low, it's a 1. If it's high, it's not 7. So then it's 6, 8 or 9. Now, if this is low, it's 1 or 4. If it's high, it's 6 or 7. It sees quite a lot of blue and orange digits. It can't be 4 or 6 in that position because its neighbours would see each other. So this is 1 or 7. Interesting. Oh, 2 sees that number. That's a 3. 9, 1, 8, 3, 6. I really am missing all the Sudoku in this puzzle. Oh, I've left that purple when it's clearly blue now. I don't know if I'm going to need this colouring anymore once I get yellow and purple. But let's keep going, yellow and dark grey, sorry. But let's keep going until I make some progress on that. This one, if it's low, it has to be a 1. Whereas if that's low, it has to be a 1. There's definitely a 1 in one of those 2 cells, which is weird. So if this is low, it's a 1. That's also a 1. This is a 4, and those are 9s. I mean, it's all fixed, apart from that one, if it's low. If it's high, it could be anything. I mean, but if it's high, that's a 1, and that's a 3. And then this is an 8, 9 pair. I feel like I'm very close to having this resolved. Okay, I'm going to do a bit of Sudoku, see if I can get... Oh, we've got... Oh, I've looked at that before, the 4 on this line. Oh, look, there's a 1, 4 pair looking at that cell. So we know where 1 goes in box 1. Then we know where 3 goes. Let's colour them. 3, 2, 4, 1, 9. So that's not low. All that means is that 1's not on this line. That's not very interesting at all. There's a 9 in one of those by Sudoku. Oh, come on, Mark. What's going on? 5. Oh, let's look at this row. 5, 2, 6, 3, 1, 4. These are from 7, 8, 9. Now that's interesting on this Renban, because now you can't get below a 4 on this line. Every digit on it, because the lowest that can be is 7, and if you count it down from that 6, 5, 4, 4 is the lowest number that can be on the line. So, well, this one, for instance, sees 7, 4, 3, 8, and, well, a 1 there for what it's worth. It also can't be a 2, so that's 5, 6, or 9. This one can't go below 4, and it sees 9, 7, and 8. So that's 6, 5, or 4. I wanted to say that means 7's not on the line, but I can't. This one can't be 1, 3, 7. We know it can't be 1, 2, 3. Ugh, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Bother. That didn't really get me very far. So, no, it does. It does. Because whether there's a 4 at the bottom of the line, yeah, because of this, there has to be a 7 on the line. Whether it was 7, 8, or 9, there would always have to be a 7 on the line. But it looks like there's only one place a 7 can go on the line. That's very pretty. So that is a 7. And that's not. This is now an 8, 9 pair. And 8, 9 can't be in that cell. Now, oh yeah, there can't be an 8 on the line anywhere. Somehow. Oh yeah, that one because of the 8, 9 pair we've just created. And these two see an 8. So if there's no 8 on the line and it's got a 7, it is 7, 6, 5, 4. We know its constituents, but we don't know where they go. That's weird. Okay, nice. That 7 sees this cell, and we suddenly know the colours here. Oh, yellow does become blue. Didn't expect that. Grey becomes orange. Right, that's a 4 in the column. These two, one of them has to be a 6, and it has to be here. 6 has to be flanked by 1s. This one, oh, 4 has to be flanked by 9s. And that gives us this, and, oh, very nearly all our German whisper cells are finished. Not quite those two. That column's not giving me the rest. No, okay. Now, 9 cannot be on this line because there's a 4 on it now for definite. Well, it has been for ages, but 9 can't be on the line, so that's 9 in row 8. There's a 1 in row 7, and it's there, and that fixes 1 and 4 up at the top, oh, which I could always have painted blue. I'm not sure there's any point continuing with this colouring, actually. Ah, 4 can't be there, so 4 on the Renban line is here. For some reason I am continuing with the colouring for now. That's a 5, 6 pair. That 1 sees that cell, that's a 2. I hadn't noticed I hadn't finished that one off. This is a 9. 6, 7, 8, 4. This is where 2 has to go in the column. That's a 5, obviously, because of this 6. Now we can finish the column with a 1 and a 3. Got a 4, 6 pair to finish box 5. 5, 7, and 8. That one is 5 or 7. These, oh, that can't be a 6 anymore. These are from 5, 7, and 8. That is also from 5, 7, and 8. Can't even be 7. One of these is a 6. Now, what's on this line? Still don't really know. There could be a 2 on it, and a 3. But there could still be a 7 on it. I don't know. Okay, let's just do Sudoku. Haven't done enough of that. There's a 4. 3 in this box as well I can do. Okay, maybe we can... Yeah, maybe we can finish off blue numbers now. I wonder. That's a 5, 7 pair. Oh, maybe we can get quite a lot of Sudoku done. That's a 2, 3 pair. This is 6, 8 as a pair. That's 7, 9. We know the order now. 5, 6 pair at the top of the row. Now this one sees that 5, 6 pair, so it can't be either of those. it also sees 7, 4, 2, 1, 3 and 9. So that is a weird naked 8. Um, 7, 1, 3, 4, 8, 9 is there. That is 5, 6 or 8. How is this not falling apart? This is 5 or 6 in the column, but on the line it's not 5, so that's a 6. This now has to be 7. It can't be 3, so it's 7. And we've got another 4, 5, 6, 7 line, just as we had here. Interesting. Those two are orange. That's not a 7. 5 and 6 up here are done. 6 in this column, yes. 5 and 8 as a pair. 2. There's still a 2 to place in the grid. How did that happen? This is 2, or still got another 1 to place. And another 1. Okay. I haven't done very well on 2s, it turns out. Didn't know that. Ah, that 5, 6 pair, again, see that cell. So that can't be 5 or 6. That's lovely. So that's a 2. Now I can finish off 2s there. And let's colour them along with any other 1s, 2s, 3s and 4s that have been filled in that I haven't really picked up the colouring for. Then we can do a few of the other cells. There we go. So I think all the blue cells are done. Well, they are. They tell me that there's a 3 here still to go. So I think they're all done now. So these are from 5, 6 and 7. The top one can't be a 6. So where are we at now? That gives me a 5, 7 pair in row 8. 8, 5. So now none of these can be a 5. That's giving me all sorts of chocolate teapot triples. Oh look, I've got 8 there. Finally I finish off the whisper stuff. The last lickings of the whisper stuff. That can't be a 7. And apart from this cell, I've got 2 candidates everywhere. So now I need to do other colouring on 5s and 6s, I reckon. So I'm going to get rid of all the colouring that I've painstakingly done to this point and start colouring 5s and 6s. So if I make that yellow and that red, this one is on the line, so it must be not yellow. So that's red, that's yellow. Then the yellow in this box has to be here. And I think, am I right? No, I was going to say yellow had to be a 5, but I'm misreading that cell. Ah, yellow in this box. That's very interesting. It can't be there now, and it is 5 or 6. So it must be in one of those 2 cells. And that means this isn't yellow and it's not red. Because of yellow being in one of those 2 cells, this can't be yellow and it also can't be red. So that is not 5 or 6. That is 8. And that is going to finish us off, which is lovely. That's weird. What a lovely finish. That's a 7. That's not. Now these 6s and 5s have been done. Then we use, yes, we would, let's just get rid of the colouring again. We would have a deadly pattern at this point with these 5s and 6s if it weren't for the Renban line sorting them out. So that's a 5, that's a 6, that's a 5, and that is a 6. And that is a lovely puzzle by James. We have red between the lines, which may be how you're meant to be reading the title, but I think it's read between the lines, and it's a very clever idea. I mean, in some ways I don't quite know what the idea was. The 1, 4 and 2, 8 pairs were very interesting, the way they fed into the high-low, which was never easy. It was classically James Copp in that you had to get into it to really understand it, and then it was solvable, then it flowed along. Really nice puzzle, James. Thanks for sending it. Thank you for watching us, as always. Hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.